Hey, this is Nate Scott. I'm with Rob Flick from out of Arizona. Rob, great seeing you today, and please give me a little bit about your background.
Sure, Nate. My background is in the real estate world, professional. What I did was open offices, develop real estate offices all over the western United States, hundreds of them. And as a business guy, I realized that it cost me $250,000 to open up a real estate office with an overhead of about $25,000 a month, and that was pretty much over again. So when I saw, and I liked it, being a business person, I like the freedom and I never met a rich employee, but I've met a lot of rich, very well-to-do business owners, and so I've always been of that bent to want to be a business owner and have that freedom. But when I saw World Ventures, once I really understood it, I realized that for less than $500, I could get started in a business. 2 years ago when I saw this, I was able to reduce my overhead to zero in a week by referring 6 people who joined the program, and I'd never experienced that ever in the real estate world. And then to have a business that in a relatively short period of time developed, they give you these rings, this $100,000 club, when you've got an income that I could make as much or more money with this business as I could from any franchise out there. It became an absolute no-brainer to do this and to talk about it with as many professionals as that I could, and that's exactly what I did. And the reason I like it is because I have no employees, no overhead, no liabilities, total freedom, and the income to match. And so it's pretty much an inherent yes to me anyway. That's it.
I understand. Now, what would you recommend to any professional that may be like you in just looking at this, evaluating this company relative to any other type of business?
Yeah, that would be good. I would look at this as a real business. A lot of times when I talk to professionals, because it's not brick and mortar, and because it's not tangible to them, they can't walk in and see the chairs and the computers and the room and the walls and the pictures and the library and everything else that you put together, the receptionist, all the overhead. They don't look at this as a viable business, and they certainly don't believe it can get to the point where it's gotten for a lot of people. And so my best advice would be to take a look at this and investigate it as a real business. Don't just Google it and say, okay, this is it. I mean, through a real investigation. I took this with Mike Conway when I shared this with him. He spent about 4.5 months doing a serious investigation, his team, himself, and if a guy like Mike, who was the co-founder of America West Airlines, says to me, Rob, this is quite probably the most exciting innovation I've seen in 35 years in the travel industry, and he spent 4.5 months meeting with the founders and going to meetings and going through the financials and the vendor contracts. I mean, that's checking it out, and I was fortunate to be able to go through him for a good part of that process, which gave me the belief that there's nothing out there that compares at all. And if a guy like Mike decides that this is the deal, then I really didn't care what my brother-in-law thought or anyone else. And that's a big deal. When someone checks it out like that, that's doing your due diligence.
Excellent. Well, once again, I want to thank you, Rob. Great partnering with you. Great seeing you again at this event in 2010. And again, I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world.
Well, good. Look forward to it, Ed.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.